Hey, it's Norm from Tested, and for today's Tested Show and Tell, I want to share with you guys some of my favorite Star Wars books. Because Star Wars, guess what? It's popular again! J.J. Abrams is making the next Star Wars movie in 2015, but there's plenty of time to appreciate all the old episodes, 4, 5, and 6. So the first book I want to talk about is Star Wars 365 Days. This is a collection of behind-the-scenes photos from John Knoll, who was the visual effects supervisor at ILM for Star Wars. Tons of great photos. It actually gives you a sneak peek at the LuasFilm archives. I don't think I've ever seen a photo of LuasFilm archives before until I picked up this book. Large format, great printing, and a part of the 365 Days series. Go check that out. One of my favorite books is Sculpting a Galaxy. This is all about the ILM Star Wars model shop, the famous model shop that built those miniatures for Star Wars Episode 4, 5, 6, and those other 3 they made a little time after. Adam is actually in this book, and there's actually a photo of him in the back when they show all the ILM modelers, kind of like a yearbook of sorts for that. Lots of great photos in here as well. Some stuff people maybe have seen before, but this is written by Lauren Peterson, who is one of the original modelers on that first ILM model team. And then finally, I want to talk about Star Wars Blueprints. Not really a book, it's actually a collection of posters, blueprints, 1-to-1 scale blueprints of props from Star Wars. And the cool thing about this is that these illustrations were actually done by Chris Travis and Chris Reef, known as the two Chris's of Star Wars. And they got access to Lucasfilm archive props and models and photos to design these blueprints. And those guys, you can actually find them on the Replica Prop Forum. They're frequent members. These are pretty cool books, but that's not what I'm here to show off. I want to talk about the biggest book of them all, Star Wars, The Blueprints. Now this is the ultimate Star Wars book. Limited to 5,000 copies. This is a 30-pound, 340-page book with scans and photos of the actual original blueprints used to make Star Wars Episode 4, 5, and 6. We're talking about not only scans and blueprints for your R2-D2s, your X-Wings, your TIE Fighters, and your Millennium Falcon, but basically every single set. So the draftsmen who worked in the art team at ILM for Star Wars had to draw architectural blueprints for every single interior, whether it's inside the Millennium Falcon, inside a Star Destroyer, or Obi-Wan's cave, his little cave dwelling. Every single detail was sketched out and drawn out, and you have amazing scaled blueprints from this giant book. This book was written by J.W. Rinsler, who's Lucasfilm Publishing's editor and writer. He actually wrote the official Making of Star Wars and Making of Empire Strikes Back books. The Return of the Jedi one is still being worked on, copy edited right now. And funny story about Rinsler, if you've seen Tron Legacy, Tron actually becomes a character named Rinsler. That's actually named after J.W. Rinsler. A little bit of a side story there. So this book is actually $500, printed by Epic Ink Books. I've seen it on sale for as low as $250. They've only made 5,000 copies. It is incredible. Every page, oh, there's so much detail. And it does go through episodes 4, 5, and 6. The last 66 pages, you probably just skip those. There's about movies that we don't really care about. So this is Star Wars, The Blueprints from Epic Ink Books. It's one of those things, we say it a lot, it's a must-have if you want to say you're the biggest Star Wars fan. We'll see you guys next week. If you have more suggestions for things that we should go check and test out in the show and tell, post them in the comments below. I'm Norm. We'll see you next time.